have more now adults that have come through here and had these same experiences. You have Khalid, Washe, your dad, Ayende, Sharif, and Quinn. Quinn is just finishing up, kind of, sort of. But now we focus on you two. You know, the ones that are the youngest and the ones that have to maintain that knowledge and the understanding. So I'm going to start with one very basic thing. Today I realized that you all don't know what you're wearing. So let's tell you what you're wearing and why you're wearing. Your dad is good. That is nice dashiki, by the way. So you're wearing something called, now I'm not wearing a dashiki. This is an African garb. You know, did you all notice that every Kwanzaa I wear African garb?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, every Kwanzaa I wear African outfits to honor our connection with our ancestors, to honor our African heritage. That's what Kwanzaa is about, connecting us to the folks who live in Africa and who live in other countries around the world, folks who are of African descent. So these are traditional clothing, although there are many people in Africa and outside of Africa that also continue to wear this traditional clothing. But in the United States, we started this back in the 70s to kind of proclaim our connection with Africans. So that's a dashiki. That's a dashiki outfit. This is a woman's. Women wear different clothing than men. So this is a booba. That's what we say for blouse. A booba and a lapa. And so there's a lot of different combinations. And then there's a grand booba. There's a caftan. There's all kinds of stuff. But what I have on right now is a booba and a lapa. Your father has on a dashiki. And Grandpa has on a dashiki. So that's why we do that. Kwanzaa is about connecting us back to Africa. These principles are about things that are valued in Africa as well as here. Values, if you will. They have in Africa, they have something called the harvest. And that's when during the year, they plant their crops and stuff. And then they go and they actually go pick them. They do the harvesting of the crops. And during the harvest time, you want to have um, raised as many crops as possible so that will take you through the time when there's bad weather. Because even though a lot of places they don't have snow and stuff, but they do have stuff called rainy seasons, and they do have stuff called dry seasons. So this is going to take them through those times. So these principles connect us with the celebrations that they have in Africa for what they call harvest time. And for you grown folks, I'm not going to bore you, but I want them to understand some of the basics. So we practice Kwanzaa uh, for the 7 days of the year, from the 26th to the 1st. This is the last day of Kwanzaa. The idea is you continue to learn about the values, you continue to practice the values, but you not only practice them for Kwanzaa, you practice them all year round. So you become a very dignified and honorable person. You want to be an honorable person because all of these values, there's nothing negative in them. Everything in it is about what we would hope you as young people will be when you grow up. And so right now, what your basic job is to go to school and to learn as much as you can and to figure out how you're going to apply that, how you're going to use it. And these principles touch on all of that. So I know that when we had, for those of you who don't know, while Shay and Patrice came over on the 26th on Mosier to help me decorate the house, which I really appreciate. And so, of course, we could not let that day come without doing a Mosier for these guys. So they did do a Mosier on the 26th with us. But we're going to repeat a Mosier because this is the total thing. And you want to tell us what what is the English translation of the key Swahili terms and what you think that means. Um, and folks like Kalik, if you want to contribute, anybody else you want to contribute, if you want to contribute, Quinn, you are now 20, but that now means you have grown past the stage. We're going to put you on the spot so you can contribute and share your knowledge, or you can sit back and continue to learn. It's up to you. Anybody have any questions, comments?
Nope.
Nope. Let me also just say to you that this is kind of like an altar. Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday. Kwanzaa is a celebration of Black people. Kwanzaa is a celebration of our survival as a people. So you can practice Islam or Christianity or any religion that you want to practice and still practice Kwanzaa. But this table here really is similar to an altar or throne. Well, not a throne, but an altar where you kind of you think about where you are and what you've done. We've done that. We did that next door. But you also think about, well, what does this thing really mean and what can I learn from it? So I'm going to light the first candle. Okay. Who wants to go? What is that?
Me. Umoja.
Emotion. What does that mean?
Unity.
What? Say it quick, slowly.
Unity.
Unity. And what does that mean?
To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
And you read very well. Now, what does that mean? What does striving for unity? What is unity in the family, community, nation, and race? What is that?
Don't feel bad. We all struggle.
That's the purpose, to make you think a little bit further than
So
you might.
just fly the ointment.
You gonna help him?
Queen.
Oh,
Oh,
because unity being together.
Unity means being together, but
Together.
What's the deeper
there's a
meaning?
lot of people
Little bit
can't
deeper
be
meaning to it.
together with, but you can be
Friends?
you can be unified with them.
Unified with friends, family.
There are things that people talk about. There are things that people do, and we as a people can be unified, collective as we do it. I mean, all of these principles kind of overlap each other, so you're gonna hear a lot of the same thing with each one. But the one piece I want you all to learn that a whole lot of people haven't learned, even the ones here in this room, it's 4 levels. 4 levels. It's not just the people sitting around the circle, the room. It's community. What is community?
Being together.
Do you all have a community.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's your community?
Our neighborhood.
Yes, your community. And the people who are your friends. And the people you go to school with. That's your community. And the nation, what is that?
Our race.
Nope. Skip too much. You
Being
skip.
together
Go
with
ahead.
people. Family.
Nation. What's nation for us?
The people who come from Africa.
The people in
Africa.
no.
China.
What nation do you live in?
United States.
There you go. The people in the United States. You want to, support them and support some of their efforts, and you want to, where you can join with them, do that. And the last one is what?
Race.
Race. And that's wherever we are
Family.
in the world.
People.
Africa, yeah. But African people, people who live in Africa, in the various countries, yes. But there are people, African descendant people, everywhere. So you can go to South America, you can go to Mexico, you can go to China, you can go to England, you can go to Italy, and you are going to meet those people everywhere.
Okay.
And so, and a show called Blackish is a very interesting thing. They have this thing called doing this. Do you all see it? Because you're busy playing with the rug. Doing this. What does that mean?
Supposed to be black.
And you don't do that with everybody.
Hi.
You do it with other African descended people. You do this. Why do you do that?
They infiltrated though.
Huh?
They infiltrated.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Didn't hear what you said.
They infiltrated. White people do that, and
Oh,
the
yeah,
head naturally go like
they
this back. And you
appropriate-
don't want to do that.
Yeah, they appropriate all our
Yeah,
stuff. That's what white people do.
We're
They
not
go
talking
like
about the same
this.
thing.
So
They go like
don't
this.
be
You be like,
surprised if white people do
Yeah.
that. But there was an initial reason that we did
Yeah.
that. And why?
To say hi.
What?
To say hi.
Kind of.
To meet people.
And you're acknowledging the other person. Saying, I see you. You know how they did I see you in, I can't remember the name of that movie. But the alien and the human, they got hooked up.
You talking about Lilo and Stitch?
Hmm?
No.
You talking about,
What?
Lilo and Stitch?
No, the woman was the alien. The man was a man who was in another body's skin.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
That's what they were saying. And they
Said girl alien.
and
I
they
was like,
said,
that's the first
"I
thing came
see
to my
you."
mind.
You gotta be more
They didn't
specific.
mean I see you, your body. I see you,
Hmm.
your heart, your
Mm,
mind,
okay.
your soul.
Yeah.
That's what that little nod is supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the first one, family, community, nation, and race. Okay? And when we say race, when African people were brought here on ships, they didn't just land here in this country. They landed in South America, they landed in the Bahamas, they landed in this region. And there were many of them that landed outside of the United States that landed inside of the United States. So we are really just one of many people. All righty. That was a long one. We'll try to make it quicker.
Okay. Your word is yes.
Okay. What's the second one?
Good chocolate.
Are you going to help him? Because he's going to do all of them. He's actually reading it, so it's kind of your
Belly.
cheat sheet, huh?
Belly.
But you want to move towards the time. You can keep it.
I don't know.
You want to move towards the time when you'll be able to say that. Just right like that. Coochie chocolate.
Y'all need to study it like we used to study it.
Yeah,
We
they
ain't getting no
used to-
cheat sheet.
Yeah, we
ain't
had-
getting no daggone cheat sheet. I don't know
There
what
was
this
no
is.
cheat sheet.
Like, I need to study that like homework.
See, that's where you all come
That's
and
a-
helping.
That's
Because
what we did.
we've been
yeah.
pretty. been pretty easy on you all.
Mm.
You know, so when you stumble, we will step in and help you.
That's
We will
that
not
grandma
let you
stuff.
fail. There's no such thing as failing and exercise on the value.
And yes, we give up.
Right, and we can't do that. Okay, so what does Coochie Chocolate mean?
Self-determination.
And what does that mean?
To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves.
Create for ourselves
Okay,
about others speaking.
and so you don't let anybody else tell you who you are or what you believe or what you can do. That's what Coochie Chocolate means. You interface, you mingle, you be with all kinds of people. There are all kinds of people in this world. But there has been a tendency for other people to want to speak for us. They have wanted to call us Negroes, for instance, or colored people, or any of these other terms that I don't want to talk about. But we are African Americans, and we are African Americans because we are African descendants who were born and raised in America. That term just makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're gonna go to our next one.
Yay!
Hmm? What?
You said yay.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna go quicker. I wanted you to get the thing about unity though, because a lot of people don't know that.
It starts with a U.
Come on, thing.
Can I help? I light a candle so I can blow out a candle, then I can light a candle.
What's gonna work? You could just use
Look, one of the grown-ups do, okay?
use the
Oh, the
one that
candle.
like the other one.
Yeah, I know, but I have to use an extra
Is there a
candle.
D?
You like supposed to hold that down.
There we go.
Is there a D?
I knew it was something that I was doing.
Yeah.
Candle?
Okay, here's the third one.
Ujima.
What is Ujima?
Collective work and responsibility.
Okay, and what is that?
To build and maintain our community
No.
together. Oh.
You're mixing them up.
Oh.
You got it right.
Really?
So
Yes, you're the right word, just different definition.
read it
To
again.
build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters proud of our fathers and solve them together.
Okay, I'm sorry. That flows over to the next one. That's why I stopped you. Okay, but the big part on that one is what?
To make our brothers and sisters problems. Brothers and sisters problems.
Yeah.
our
Okay.
problems,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
solve
Yeah,
them together.
absolutely correct. That's right.
So, what problem have you solved for Jamar?
Nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, what problem can you help?
He's not my sister.
What problem can
Who's
you
your
help?
brother?
It's your brother.
What problem can you help Jamar solve? Kaden. Hmm? What problem can you help
How can you
Jamar
help?
with?
You can help me buy my stuff.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And what can you help Kaden with, Jamar? You're older than him, right?
No.
Oh, I know. I can help Kaden with his games.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Those are examples.
Yeah.
What about his classwork?
Help him.
Oh, I can help him with that.
You sure can.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yes, he can.
Do it for you.
No.
No, you just gotta teach him
Just give him
the math
advice.
example.
I don't have math. Yeah, he doesn't
This
have
class
math.
works in class.
Okay, let's see.
His class
You
is in
mentioned
class.
something.
For
Well,
now,
I
for the
know.
moment.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
mentioned something.
It's to help him with Kwanzaa.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one.
You could.
But there's another one. You mentioned it a couple days
To help
ago.
him make
What do
his
you do around your house?
play video games, watch TV, brush teeth,
And what else?
dinner, lunch, breakfast, and
What responsibility do you have?
Don't you clean up a little bit? Don't you have something called chores?
chores. I can help him with his chores, like
Yeah,
sweeping,
those chores.
maybe,
Hmm?
like dusting, like
Yeah,
grooming, like
yeah.
mopping,
Guess what?
like taking out the trash. Oh, that's my job.
Those chores are not just for you. Those chores are for everybody in the household so that the household can be neat and clean and you can find things. Otherwise,
And help him with the dishes.
what?
And help him with the dishes.
Yeah, and help with the dishes. So that's why you do your choice to kind of like we all in this together, running this household, or making sure it runs, and going out and doing our best.
Team Odubayo.
Now let me see if I can get this
The
again.
top thing, then the bottom one. Top and bottom.
I know.
The fourth principle
Yes,
is
I know they did
for
yours. They did.
mom.
I know they did yours.
It's like a thing.
Okay.
Welcome to China.
I didn't know that. They reached that threshold.
Yeah.
The chore threshold.
Ow!
The second one from
That was awesome.
from the
Oh. Good.
this one right here.
Yeah.
See now it's not okay. There it goes.
Let it go dancing on the floor.
Now see, this is what's wrong with technology. If we had a regular candle or a lighter, not that fancy type of lighter, a regular little thing, this would be much easier to do.
Or
Because we're in the technical age,
a fake candle,
huh?
that you just hit a switch. And it lights.
Yes.
That's a benefit, really.
But that's technology.
That's technology.
That's technology.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on number 4. What's number 4?
Put your mom.
Quick.
Ooh, say it slowly. And I-
Jama.
okay, and you say it.
That's all you gotta do, right?
Jama.
Okay. And what does it mean?
Cooperative economics.
Economics?
Now, you read what it says.
To build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and profit from them together.
Okay. What does that mean?
It means like
Mm-hmm.
our community profits from them together. Like
What does profit mean?
to make money from it.
Make money.
So the clothes you're wearing, that could help support somebody else that's in our community.
Me.
So if we had our own grocery store, we could help feed our own people. You know, if
Yes.
we had our own electronic store, we could have our own phones or laptops
Consoles.
or video games. So
Okay. One thing, and this is kind of something that y'all are not going to understand until a little later. Look at me. We as black people, we control over $1 trillion. $1 trillion. Not million, not billion, trillion. And what we do as a people is we often buy goods and services from people other than us, and they then get richer from us. So what this particular principle means is we have to buy from people who are in businesses who are African American so that we can keep the money in our community. And what that means is they will go out and they will buy things from other African Americans, and those African Americans will go out and buy things from other African Americans, so that before the money leaves your community entirely, it will leave. You have a
It's
number of
cycles through.
different people that you've benefited from your money.
It's supposed to cycle through. It's like I forget how many times, but like hundreds of times or something.
No, it's a lot.
Well, it's supposed to circulate, I don't know how many times, but a
Yeah.
lot of times within
Yes.
each community. Now,
You gotta
but
revise
for
that.
African Americans, often it only circulates once.
Yeah.
And the reason we have all of this money that I just talked about, all these families that you know, the neighbors and all these people, your friends, parents and stuff, they all work. They got jobs and they make money. So I'm talking about who all of us have the money that we bring in to eat and clothe ourselves and pay for our houses and well, mortgages and rent. That's the money we're talking about. See, right now you all are still kids, so you're not making any money. The money you make will be through your study. You study and you put yourself in a position so that you will what they call command money and position.
You gotta
So-
revive the Black Wall Streets.
Hmm?
You gotta revive the Black Wall Streets.
Okay.
Yeah. That's,
So
that's like
the other
what
thing
that is.
that you all need to remember, it means sharing.
Mhm.
One word.
Sharing.
Yes, sir.
Cooperative economics means sharing. And in this case, it means sharing what you have, sharing your wealth. Sharing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. We're going to come back to this other stuff, though. So don't forget it.
Can I move now?
See, Kalik is doing Ujima with me right now. Where is he?
I'm right behind
Okay.
you. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready for the
Alright.
red one.
Gotcha.
You real precise, huh?
Okay. What's the next one?
Nia.
Everything's
Nia.
Okay, what's Nia?
Three.
And what's that mean?
To do always as much as we can in the way we can. And
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah?
Mm-mm. That ain't it.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all got the wrong one.
Sure do.
What?
to make a collective.
What is it?
What's the what's
To
what's
make a
Oh,
collective.
Oh, yes.
That's
You
it.
got it.
What's the
Yeah.
principle?
Development of our community in order to
Nope.
restore.
Yes.
Okay, now you
Start
gotta
from
say
the
it
beginning.
again so that everybody
Start
can hear
over.
it.
To make
Start
a
over.
collective vocation, the building and developing of a community in order to restore a people to the traditional greatness. Traditional greatness.
What's
Okay.
the name of the principle?
Nia.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Tradition means way in the back, way I guess as far as you all are concerned, way back in the ancient times, Africans were very powerful, very great. They were great people. Still are, but we've lost a lot of our power in terms of influencing around the world. So you want to recapture that. You want to recapture our power, recapture our greatness, because a lot of it was lost through wars and the like, and slavery. So you got to do, what's the first thing say? Use our collective.
Vocation. To make a collective vocation.
Gotta say it louder and read it slower.
To make our collective vocation.
As what?
Building and developing of our community.
Right. Building and developing our communities, and then what?
In order to restore our people to the traditional greatness.
Right. So our collective vocation is building our community, doing something that's going to help the community and also help yourself since you are part of the community.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, two
Wait.
more.
Wait. You got two more left.
Oh, I hope Kelly knows.
And see it in the
Their turn help.
what I would do is another time, I guess. I used to like to have kids light their own candles, but it's too dangerous.
Yup.
That's why you have an adult
Yup.
controlling the
Don't
fire.
you vision.
Huh? Okay, what is it?
Kaumba.
What does kuumba mean?
You should have to creativity. Creativity.
What does that mean?
To do always as much as we can. In the way we can.
Louder and slower.
To do always as much as we can in the way we can in order to leave a community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited.
Okay. So it's still like Nia is building your community, right?
Yes.
But it's saying you have something that you are very good at. Quinn has something that he is very good at. You,
Sure.
Caden, you have something that you are very good at.
School, math,
No, it's not school and math. It's what you do at school and math and
Oh.
school.
teach.
So what you
Oh.
have to do is figure out what that is and use it for everybody.
Be kind.
For
Yeah.
everybody. Black people and everybody.
Play.
So of
So
course.
now let me ask you this. Did you hear anything in there about music and dancing and drumming?
No.
It just says whatever you do.
Oh.
So that's where the creativity comes from. You
So
can make
you-
it however you want to, just as long as it's contributing to something
That's
for the
right.
community.
How can you
So-
contribute, Coin?
Right. So
How do you contribute?
I contribute?
Mm-hmm.
Well, typically I contribute through, I mean, sure, it's my job, but like providing, like audio and visual stuff for cool events so that people can enjoy those events. So, that just, I'd say that's how I contribute. But
That's a good answer.
it's,
At this moment.
at this moment, yeah. But, it's about finding your own way to make that contribution through ever what you find is, that one thing that you do, or something you're really good at.
And the other thing that Quinn is doing, he didn't mention it, but he picked a major at school to learn about. So he is in the process of learning how to be a master in a specific area, so that when he finishes school, he can come out into the community, into the country, and make a contribution in that particular field or area. So it's not just music or creative arts, it's anything that you are really good at, and the key thing is you should love it. You should love doing it. Because if you don't love doing it, you're going to stop and do something else that you love. So pick something that you love. All right, last one.
About Ghani.
Nope.
Yes.
Oh.
Grandma
No.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Grandma
He
said
said Habaragani.
about Ghani.
That's not the last principle. That is the greeting.
But it's about Ghani.
Huh?
What is a
Ghani,
bar guy?
Ghani, it was
What's the,
today.
What's the last principle?
Imani.
Not chi.
Oh,
Imani.
Imani.
And what does that mean?
Faith.
Okay, faith in what and in whom?
To believe with all our heart in our parents, our teachers, our leaders, in the righteousness and victory of our struggle.
Okay, and do you know, by doing that little last thing, that will make you be able to accomplish all the other stuff. Because your parents and your leaders, they're not going to lead you wrong. They're going to do what they feel is best for you. Because you haven't lived long enough to know what's best for you. You have an idea, but you have a lot of growing first before you can make those kinds of decisions. So you all did a good job. You did a good job. Let me
Thank you to everybody for laughing when it wasn't even funny.
You're welcome.
Asante Sana. Asante Sana. Okay, we're gonna start first with
Want me to blow out the candles?
huh?
Want me to blow out the candles? I'll take it.
Wait.
What?
You want me to blow out the candles, Grandma?
Yeah, you can blow them out.
No, Kevin!